Karen Savitz, the Director of Social Media for Athletics, and you're watching the Black and Gold Report on WFXB.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report, a show all about UNC Pembroke athletics. I'm Jenna Davison, and today on the show, we're going to be talking football with head coach Pete Shinnick, and on the second half, we're going to talk women's soccer with head coach Lars Anderson. But Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Let's lead off like we always do and talk about Saturday's game. The Braves go on the road and deliver a pretty dominating performance over an NCAA Division I team in the Charlotte 49ers. UNCP scored 31 straight points after trailing early, and this game really wasn't as close as the final score projected it to be. Just give us your thoughts on such a huge victory for this team.
Well, I think it was what you saw was all phases of our team playing at a very high level. When you have the number of older players on our roster that we do, and they all play to their capability, you're going to have a result like that. It really doesn't matter who we play. So I'm extremely proud of how these guys played and the way they stepped up, and to be able to go into a stadium that was hosting their homecoming game, FCS program, in front of 17,000 people. Just a great victory for the program. Very proud of our seniors, and really happy for our players.
You try and keep your offensive attack at 70 to 80 plays per game, but this time you ran 89 plays, racked up more than 500 yards of total offense, and possessed the ball for nearly 41 minutes. Let's talk about your plan of attack heading into the game, and what was it that made your offense click so well on Saturday?
Well, a lot of things really played into that. Our offensive line played extremely well. Our wide receivers and running backs blocked and caught the ball very, very well. And then Luke Charles just had a phenomenal game. But part of that 40 minutes in holding the ball, our defense was really doing an outstanding job of getting the ball back to us. So there were many things that played into that, but it might have been one of the better performances that I've seen out of our offense. We really clicked on first down. I don't know what our stat was on average yards per first down, but we had to be somewhere close to 6 or 7 yards on first down, which really made it easy to get first downs and then made it easy to hold on to the ball.
Now, Charlotte scores to take an 8-7 lead on UNCP midway through the first quarter, but the Braves respond with 31 straight points to take a 38-8 advantage midway through the third quarter. What were some of the keys in that dominating span for UNCP?
Well, I think the first thing that was huge was the fact that after they scored to go up 8-7, we came right back to score to go up 14-8. Then both defenses kind of settled in a little bit, but then we were able to score again and go into halftime up 21-8. And then the third quarter really set us apart, where we came out and scored the first 2 times we had the ball and our defense held. So during that span of us getting up, a lot of great defensive play, offense taking advantage of field position, and our special teams, again, winning the battle of field position every time.
We can't forget about defense in this game. Code Black forced 7 3-and-outs on the day and caused 4 turnovers. What was the game plan of your defensive staffing heading in, and would you say that it was executed to perfection?
I'd say it was as close to perfect as we could ask for. I know there were some missed tackles and a couple of gap assignments that I think we could do a better job on, and that's part of what this season's about, continuing to improve. But Shane Richardson, Alex Crutch, O.C. Williams did a fantastic job with the game plan. Our players understood it. They executed it at a very high level, and what you saw was a defense that played extremely fast, extremely confident, and held a team that was averaging close to 500 yards, about 120 yards below their season average.
Well, with a win like this, what does it do for the confidence level of the team? And on the flip side, what do you say to your team this week to guard against overconfidence, particularly with a pair of pretty tough road games going in over the next 2 weeks?
Well, what it does is it sets the bar very high as to our expectations as to how they can play and how they can execute on the field. And then what you do is exactly what you said. You guard against not having a letdown. I addressed that right after the game and told them that we want to enjoy this victory. Very happy that we're at 5-0 right now. Very happy that we're playing at the level we are. But at the same time, we got an opponent next week that really doesn't care about any of that, and they've got to start getting themselves ready for it and start getting ready to get going for Catawba.
All right, well, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to look at some of the highlights from the game against Charlotte. So stay tuned.
Now that the 2013 season is underway, we want to see you here for our next home games at Grace P. Johnson Stadium and on our campus. You'll want to be here in person, though, to see hits like this and touchdown passes like this and celebrations like this.